What's up, y'all? And welcome to another edition of Broad Street Blitz Take Leader Edition with the host, Leader Johnson, and your boy, Cool Cat Connor. What up, Leader?
What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Trying to get this camera
Leader?
right. Let's see what's going on. See how we doing. Let me hold on just a minute, y'all.
How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? You know, I'm up here chilling. No videos this week, only because I'm on a bye week, like the players, man. We up here chilling. Next week, we'll be talking about the Green Bay Packers. And I can't wait. Man, still got my friendship bracelet from Moan. Still got my chain. How everybody doing, man? How is everybody doing on this beautiful Thursday night? Hmm? How everybody doing? All right, let's see if we can get him back on here. Wait for it. All right.
Here we go. Here we go. All right. Listen, we won.
There
And
he
this is
is.
this is a big thing. I'm on. Listen, I was saying when we lost, I was like, I got to see how we are, Cool Cat. How Patulo gonna call these games?
Yep.
The Minnesota game was like, okay, we see some progress. I liked it. I liked the game. But what I say about the Giants, I accept nothing but a blowout. Nothing. We the
Yes, you did.
Eagles. Time to get back to
Yep.
business. Time to get back to business, man. That's how you get back to Jalen Hurts. Listen, once again, like y'all like to say his name, we're gonna say it. We gonna emphasize it when he do what he's supposed to do. These two games been masterful, man. Masterful. He had a perfect quarterback rating, 158.3 last
Yes,
game.
he
This
has.
game, 41.5. 15 for 20. 179. 4 TD. And we talking about, remember, Cougar, I was like, we was talking about the playbook. And, you got those big plays. You got to know how to throw those big plays. That's what Hurts is great at that. And you got to know your players. I think Patulo was good at assisting with plays with Kellen Clemens, but he wasn't good at knowing his players and knowing what to call and actually play call and playing chess. 38 to 20, 38 to 20. And
Mm-hmm.
the Eagles really was worse than that. Eagles really beat them up. Saquon arrived. Cool
Yes,
cat,
he
man.
did.
We talking about the running game. He was like, yo, and I said, the play calling. He has to call the right run. You got to read your running back. And what I was like, he could toss to him in space. You could toss it to
Yep.
him in space. And he started tossing to him in space, letting the guys block, right? But then Saquon's so fast, when he hit that hole, man, you ain't gonna have no time. Just give him space. Give him space. And then they had good blocking, 104 yards from Tank Bigsby. Another Howie go get, because we're gonna talk about Michael Carter the second during this broadcast. Listen, another go get for Howard. Another go get. Now you got. Do y'all realize? First time since 2013, I think it was, where it was Bryce Brown. I remember Bryce Brown and Sean McCoy. They had 100 yards. Bryce Brown was
Mm-hmm.
fast. He wasn't good enough. But listen, Bigsby's like that. He led Jacksonville in rushing last year. He was a rookie though. They have 3 years, 3 more years with this guy. They don't
Right.
have to do anything. They have a second. This is dangerous. And seeing how that second that they came together, you got the guys on that line. Stalin know how to teach them. You got to put them in place to make the plays. Motivation. Malata talk to them. They all talk to each other. Look at this playbook. Let's master it. Come on, Patulo, talk to us. What do we do? How do we get Saquon yards? 14 for 150, 65 yards on the first play. More like Saquon. More like Saquon. And then, like I say, Tank did this thing. Jalen had 22 yards. Complete. Smitty six catches for 84 yards. Jahan Dotson, the most underrated third receiver in the game. This man continues to make a big play when they call on
Yep.
him. He did it last year twice. He didn't get called on much, right? But when he got called on, he would make them incredible catches. And he did it again. He mossed them. He mossed them. That
Yep.
was crazy. That was crazy. That was like a dagger. You remember the dagger when Devontae Smith did in the
Oh,
Super Bowl? I
yes,
mean,
it
well, this was
was.
kind of like that, man. Like it was crazy.
Yep.
He jumped Jahan, I'm telling y'all, he been doing this since Penn State. Johnson been a great route runner and got great hands since Penn State. He just was in the wrong guidance. One sub, he was with Washington. Then a new coach change came, and everything really changed for him. So, I mean, shout out to Jahan Dotson. Even if listen, if things go down, he ain't here next year. Um, either because Cooper's back, so Rod and Mechie got traded. Yes, Mechie got traded. Mechie in a 6th rounder for 2027 got traded for. We got back Michael Carter II in 2027 7th round. Y'all don't know who he is. Let's just it's been up and down things
Yep.
about him. Let's just talk real. He went to Duke, drafted in the 5th round, 5'10", 180. He run a 4.32. Got a vertical inch of 35.5. When he's with the Jets in 2023, he had a great season.
Mm-hmm.
He got paid as the highest paid nickel corner after that season in the NFL. So what does that tell him? And on the secondary, they had a future secondary,
Right.
young now. He's young. He's 26. They had Sauce Gardner. So you're talking about paying a guy nickel when you got Sauce, so you know this guy. So I
Right.
mean, I've been up this. You had some injuries since then. That was only 2023. You got 2024 up down year injuries, this and that. The thing about that is that he has a talent. There's no question. He can keep up with anybody. He can jump with anybody. He's very physical. He's athletic. He can be a beast. He could really be a standout. On the downside, maybe he don't come back from that on that part. But it's only been 1 year, y'all.
Right.
Same thing with Josh Uche. He was 1 year removed in 2022 from having 11 sacks. 1 year removed. Enough people just have 1 year lapses all
Yep.
the time. People say Jalen had one in 2023. I mean, it what it is. People have lapses, but that don't mean they're not good players. But you're not comparing Carter to Hurts's superstar stat. We're not comparing that one because that was that season it was Hurts. It's the only reason we won 11 a game. Only reason we won 11 games. I don't care what nobody says. AJ Brown had a great year that year. Remember that? Yeah. Who threw the ball to him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just saying. But no, Mike Carter II had a good year. Bottom line. I'm saying with Christian Parker as a defensive back coach, real good for defensive back coach. Eagles are good at developing people, bringing the best out of people. So this should get everybody some. Ringo did a good job last game. He had the highest defensive grade of any defensive player, 79 rating, highest defensive grade. All right, so when one big thing we know is when Ringo, DeJohn, and Quinyon Mitchell are all out there, you can't throw nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
When all three of them,
Right.
what are you going to like? Ringo's had his bad game, but I told y'all, just give it. It was a bad game. He's getting boom, came right back, locked down. The same guys was out there. It's just Lil Jordan and when did they same guys was out there. It's time to get your lick back. The whole team had to get their lick back. 5 sacks.
Right.
5 sacks. Ojomo, Hunt, um, Carter. I mean, this team showed out. It showed what we know they got. For one, this ain't a surprise. We were just waiting for this arrival of this team. Um,
Right.
Dallas got her on tight end. Tight end day didn't know what such day exists. Two happy tight end day. Yeah, 2 touchdowns. Real good plays too. If you look at those
Two of
plays, yeah, man, that's a good play they did to get the touchdown. That's something we didn't see before. I'm telling you, Batulo, when he puts his playbook out, they don't know the plays he wants to do. It's like he's just doing them, and then early in the season, he was like, "Play it safe." Oh, okay, that didn't work. That didn't work. So let's just do this right here. Let Jalen throw the. Let's get this to Jalen. See what he do. Jalen look at the playbook and throw the safe play. He just get it to Jalen. See what he do.
right.
Jalen look at the playbook and throw the safe play. Learning from a 2023 Jalen, he look at the playbook and make the right. So the playbook just wasn't right. Now the playbook is because they all talk to him. They've been all communicating. It looks real good out there. The defense, after the bye week, we'll get more into that. But I want to say, cool cat, looking at this game, seeing a game like this, how you feel about
I feel good, man. Going into the bye week, I like what I'm seeing. Listen, no AJ, no problem. We still rush with Saquon Barkley. That Jahan Dotson bomb up the head, though. Oh my God, man! Listen, Goddard had himself a day. That
Yeah.
defense was hunting. Praise to Scalabo. We can't continue on without saying praise to Scalabo. So praise to him. But all in all,
Yeah, no
at
doubt.
the end,
Much love. Tough guy. Made it tough for the Eagles. Made it
yes, he
tough for the
did.
Eagles. All so no, he's gonna be it's good to have that personality in the city like that. And Big Dom went and showed them love at the hospital, got him a pizza and stuff like that, man. So he's getting respect. The respect is out there, man. So
Yep.
no doubt. Shout out to Scatterboo. Shout out
Yes, out to
to Ken
Scalabo.
Scatterboo.
Yep.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, man, I knew. Listen, no AJ, no problem. We did what we had
How
to
about that?
do.
No AJ. Yeah, no AJ.
Exactly. We won this game without AJ Brown. Now,
How
of
about
course,
that
he's
one?
exactly. We did it without AJ. Jalen Hurts had himself a phenomenal game per usual. He's Jalen freaking Hurts, and now he and this team gets to go into the bye week. We're already on the bye week because nobody's practicing this week. Everybody's on their bye week, rested, healthy. We get to watch all these other teams kick each other's ass. It's like, think about this. We're 6-2. And the best part of it, the Giants lost. The Cowboys lost.
Oh,
The
we
Commanders lost.
had a game. Yeah,
If
yeah.
now all three of them, hold on, leader. Now all three of them face off. The Giants got the 49ers. They might lose that
Mhm.
game. The Cowboys got the Cardinals. The Cardinals have been the Cowboys' kryptonite. They're going to lose that game. I don't know who the Commanders face. Y'all let me know in the chat. But they might lose that game. So the Cowboys, Commanders, and Giants can lose all of their games, and then they do it again next week, and then they do it again next week. I think the following week, Detroit hosts the Commanders. I don't know about the Giants, and the Cowboys got a bye week. We handle our business versus Green Bay, which we'll talk about next week. We handle our business versus Green Bay and Detroit is only up from here. But I'm gonna ask you this, leader, because I asked Smitty this and Trey this on Birds of Broad Street, and I asked Alex this yesterday, 2 days ago on Blitz Take. When you look at this team through the last 8 games, one word to describe the Philadelphia Eagles through these last 8 games.
Woke up. Woke up. I say woke up just to end it with this game to say it. But if you just saying to describe the total team outlook, what would I say about them? I say a team. They put it together. They put it together now. The talent's there. The talent's there. It's not even a question, right? We know the talent's there. So now it's time for. It was obviously
Right.
obvious that Tulo was not putting the right plays in order consistently, not listening to play. But now, as you can see, these last 3 games, right, coming back to Minnesota, when they
Mm-hmm.
started throwing the ball more.
Right.
The last 2 games before that, Jalen had 280 yards plus both games. So everybody was talking all this stat stuff. Well, Jalen was throwing the ball up. He was doing it. He was doing what you want him to do. It was all Patullo and the right plays. You can stack up yards, or you getting the right plays. They started putting 6 offensive linemen out there now, so they can block for the running back. Things are better for the Eagles because they are listening to each other. That's all there is to it. What I say about this, yeah, no question. Going back to your question, I'm gonna say, woke up. They these 8 games, it was a step process. It was a process. The process has woke up. That's it.
Yep. The one word to describe these teams the past 8 weeks has been tough, man. Through injuries, through rumors, through BS, through craziness, through the AJ Brown drama. 6-2 on top of the NFC East. Six
Yep.
and two, one spot
Raiders
away
game.
from one spot away from the number one seed, first round bye, home field advantage at the link.
The number 2 spot, they way ahead of these guys. Washington and that I ain't seen it. I don't know if I paid attention or seen it in years where we are so ahead. And the expectation, which I thought was crazy, looking at this team, people still came with people don't get the NFC East 2 years in a row, and I'm like, y'all looking at football. Do y'all look at this team? When was a team like this? When were they so ahead of everybody in their conference? Like I don't know, people. We don't got time for superstition in sports. All right, we don't. We got time for being real. That's what the fans want. They want people to be real. So I'm gonna tell you for real, like this team. Remember, Cool Cat, I was saying it was 15-2, and I picked Green Bay, and I went back on that because I'm still going with 2. Now they still got me in the 2-loss part. Ain't no 13. They are proven to me. And the big thing about what you were saying, remember you was talking about the bye week. That's big. That's key.
Yes.
Saquon had a little groin, whatever. Anybody remember seeing the game? But he walked off. He said it was cool. He said, they was up, so they would have let him back in. But you also got everybody else needs to rest. Nolan Smith is coming back.
Yep. AJ Brown coming back. Brandon Graham coming back.
Cooper is back. So we know John Mitchell the third. They've been waiting for Cooper to get that. That's why they made that move. They've been so enticed in Cooper. They've been waiting for that. So you looking at this team now, Green Bay ain't gonna be. Listen, they had a good win. I've been waiting to see Jordan Love back at it again. A lot of people got come. No, Philly is back with the if they play, and I think they're going to. It's no question. They seem so comfortable against New York, like the comfortable Philadelphia that blows you out. I mean, they gave them no breath. They gave them no air. I mean, everything they was getting was like, when they got in their points, right? That was the backup squad in, right? Everybody remember when Dart went in there? That was look at the players. That was all the backup squad. And I was mad then because it was 4th down. And they let him get in. I'm like, y'all supposed to get him for that. He ain't supposed to get that touch. That's how the backup squad was doing a good job. They was doing a good job, except letting them get in on their 4th down. And you saw the mistakes being made. They had a lot of guys in there. No, the backup, they put the backup. Philadelphia was so comfortable. They put the backups in.
Yep.
This is what, but looking at that Green Bay, you got Micah Parsons.
Early thoughts on the Green Bay Packers. Will do a official dive in with the Green Bay Packers, but seeing as we're on the bye week, early thoughts on the Green Bay Packers. Early thoughts.
They're a good team. I think they are contenders. Still, they had their little downfalls, but this is Philadelphia. Listen, y'all. If I say you're a contender, that don't mean you can mess with Philly. That's just where they're at. And we're talking real football. It's the type of team, when you're a football fan, you want a team like this. This is a perfect front office, bouncing the money, superstars on the team. We blessed Philadelphia to have this type of team. This is the best era. I've been watching Eagle football since 1989. A young buck. I mean, when Randall Cunningham, this is the best era in Philadelphia Eagle football. You're looking at the best. So I think, no question, against Green Bay, we got him. I don't think Jordan Love, especially the way Hurts is playing, especially. You think he's ready to mess with Hurts now? Maybe in the second week, third week, things had to be get together. Hurts is comfortable. You see how he's throwing this football? Last 2 games, he is throwing dime after dime after and then now that his buddy back. Oh, Saquon back. And then AJ comes back. N'Kobe Dean, if anybody recognized since he been back, the defense been a hell of a lot different. Hell of a lot different. Run stopping, the attitude. Now you got Nolan coming back. You see Jalen Hunt starting to kick up now. Jalen Hunt's doing this thing. Let's talk. I just want to get on. I want to ask you. We want to talk about the best players because I want to get on that. Who's your 2 best players from the offense from the Giant game? Who are you impressed with on both sides?
That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. For me, I'll go that 1-2-6. Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley, and on offense. On defense,
man, it was crazy.
Man, you gotta go You gotta go. I'll give it to. I'll give it to Quinion, and I'll give it to Zach Zach Bard.
No question. Offense, I gotta get listen, man. I'm in my Hurts mode more than ever because he just really proving to people. Like it's exciting to see. You know, it really is. He could be the listen. This is a great season. He has 20 total touchdowns, 1 interception, and throwing 70.8 yards for completion percentage. Y'all hear what I said? 15 touchdowns, 1 interception, 5 rushing. It's exciting to
Wait, how
see.
many
You know,
touchdowns he? How many touchdowns he's throw? How many
he's throwing
touchdowns?
15 touchdowns and he has 1 interception.
He said 15. Y'all, hold on.
Acknowledge me!
It's like 20 total. It's touchdown. Like it's crazy. You don't even realize how crazy it looks when you look at it. Like that's how it's that's who sets is that? You know what I'm saying? So now we're looking at Jalen Hurts and where he's at. It's MVP conversation. So stop, everybody stop playing. Stop playing, man. Stop playing. So I think it's gonna be him. And this might be the first time in a minute. I mean, I know we can get cool cat agree on things, but it's not always like the same players. I think I'm gonna have to go with Saquon too.
Yep.
I think he's turned up right now. Like now he's in their mode. So he also he also did good with catching the ball. So I'll say that too. As far as defense, man, oh well that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm gonna go with Keely Ringo, no question. He had the highest PFF grade on the joint. That was it. I'm gonna have to give him that. He got all the attack, everything. You gotta give him it when it happened, when it's good, and he's the highest one. As far as defense, I'm gonna give it to Jalen Hunt, man. He was everywhere. He was beating people up, man. They couldn't stop that dude. He was everywhere. You could have. It was a lot of places you could have won. Like who can say Quinion? I mean,
Yeah.
Quinion was Jesus, man. He's the best in the league this year.
Yep.
What can you do with him? Like he just keep up with you with speed. He can jump with you, and then listen, he's a roughneck. He like to tug on you, pull on you. He physical, yo, and so Cooper, man. It's one thing to say a person good, and every week you see him, and you're just like again. Like Cooper
Exactly.
is different, man. And the
Yes.
Michael Carter second trade. Now, like I say on defense, I said Ringo and I said Hunt, but we'll
Yep.
talk about the game coming up on Green Bay. Not this week, but next week we definitely gonna go into the Green Bay game. Michael Carter second with him there, and Cooper DeJean. People are speculating he can move outside. There's no question. As far as being the starter, that's something he would have to earn. Now he's gonna get in there, but Cooper plays nickel, and they like it there. He's shutting people down. They could put him in a base package, and he'll be outside. Um, he's been doing great, getting like 8 tackles in a game. You know, stopping a run. They can do so much with him. They put him at safety. They like to move Cooper around. They love to move Cooper around. So don't expect that to just happen. You know, that's he has to earn that part. Same thing with Bennett. Bennett had to earn it. Remember, everybody like, oh, he's good. Bennett, you know, he had some games. If y'all remember, man, when he came against Puka, man, he choked before he got hurt.
Yes, he
He
did.
choked. So, but it's not saying Bennett's not good. People have to go into these schemes and have to be fit into it. He's a young guy. He can 4.43 speed. Once again, the speed on cornerback 4.32. Quinion Mitchell. 4.30 Jacqueline Bennett. 4.32 Michael Carter II. 4.42 Cooper DeJean. 4.36 Keely Ringo.
Yep.
4.42 Mac McWilliams. This is something I'm telling y'all, like 40-inch vertical Cooper, 40-inch vertical Quinion, 35-inch vertical Michael Carter II. I'm just trying to tell y'all, they like athletes. Eagles they want speed. They don't want people to outrun them, at least on there. And this is what I'm telling you about Dory Jackson. He's not that. He's just not. He's older. And then he's not that. He was solid when he was good. When he was younger, he was solid. He wasn't good and to the point where he's just not that guy. He's tried hard. He's not that guy. You know, Ringo can have a bad game and come back. He has the athletic talent and the ball skills always to do it. He just has to put it together consistently. Odori never been there. The one thing they did for the Dory, I told Cool Cat early in the season, he'll make the team for a veteran presence. I said people are talking, but for a veteran presence in the locker room, they want him in there. You know, they like this Zendarius. That's why they got Zendarius. You know, to have him over there. I mean, it's just what it is. But Cooper, I'm not saying it can't happen permanently because Cooper can do it. They know it. He's guarded Jamar Chase. He's guarded Javante Adams this year. He guards the number one receiver. But the thing is, they love Cooper. He's more dangerous at in the nickel because they can put him in multiple places more and not give him that solid ability. So they're going to try to. They want depth. What they did with this trade was get depth. They didn't do this to automatically. I'm telling people now, they didn't do this to automatically say, "Oh, he's going to start." No, it's depth. Because when Keely Ringo will still play number two, he's not playing the nickel. He's not a nickel player. He plays number two. But when they go into another package, when Cooper is in base and he's at the outside, now they can put somebody in there that is no slouch to it. That's what it's about. Nobody's looking at it like, oh, no. Don't y'all know how he loves depth? He didn't get rid of nobody, but John Mechie was gone, right? But why do you think he's gone? That's what I told you. They have Darius Cooper. He's been hurt the whole time. So now he's back. And they got to bring Covey on the practice squad now. They had Xavier Gibson playing. Anybody notice that surprise? You get a catch. Xavier Gibson, the fast guy, real fast guy, can return kicks. Now they got faster guy. They got Will Shipley and Tank Bigsby back there returning kicks. You know, Jahan Dotson does the punt returning. They got other guys. Gibson even tried punt. Like, they're trying to be deep. If nobody looking at the underrated fact of the Eagles, they try to be deep. First, they had to get down. They got you give Petulo a whole playbook of people he's never solely been in charge of. He just participated. So yes, it's gonna look different. And I was about to say, remember what I was like, James Franklin. I was ready to go. I said these 2 games, I'm ready to say okay. I'm riding with y'all, but no, he got it together, man. He got it together. This Michael Carter II, you're gonna see other trade rumors coming up. If y'all don't know, Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips are at the top of a lot of it. I still would like to see Tariq Woolen, even though they got a cornerback. Tariq Woolen is 6'4" and runs a 4.26.
Right.
42-inch vertical. If you put him in Vic Fangio's hands with Christian Park, my God, with Quinyon Mitchell, oh my God. So you could have Carter II as a backup nickel and still go in the packages and put Cooper on the outside and Carter right there to give Tariq the rest. And then bring Tariq back and put Cooper. You can do that. So I'm all with that. I just want to have so we can, because you can see when the secondary is eating, when they're good, it feeds the pass rush. You got to throw the ball now, and you don't know where to throw it. And guess what happens? 5 sacks.
Right.
I mean, it's real clear to see mathematically with the running game. Get them together where they can block a certain way. If you saw with certain blocks that Brett Toth had a good game. Ooh, he needed a good game. He needed one at center. He needed one, man. Everybody was doing their thing. Tyler Steen, a real underrated guy. They're not really talking about. Cool cat, man. This dude, he been doing it. Like they don't talk about him, like, because Landon's the man.
Right.
And, Malak and Johnson, right? But Steen, y'all, shout out Tyler Steen, holding it ever since Mekhi Becton, did his thing, man. It's that we're going into this week. It's about this real good. Brought you Blitz, take everybody from Alex Wright, Smitty, everybody. We're gonna have fun because now we're going. This is a team. I'm really wanting the Eagles to go ahead and prove to everybody who they are. This is the game right here. I said a couple of games last year. Remember I said the Cincinnati game, cool cat. They beat them. If they blow them out, we ready. We ready to get them, and they got them. This game right here is it because we had these up and down. So this is the game. This is the competitive team. If the Eagles go in here, 2 things. They win. This is a good team. They win. We full speed ahead. But if they blow them out, we are the clear-cut favorites for the Super Bowl. Who are we talking about in AFC right now? And shout out to Kansas City. I knew they was gonna get back in. I knew they was gonna get back the engine going because guess who they only kryptonite is? The Eagles. It's
Yep.
2 teams, dog. It's 2 teams. And I still like Buffalo. Uh, Baltimore's confusing. Don't know what they doing when they gonna wake up. But y'all want me to talk about the Colts? You know why I ain't saying nothing about the Colts? I'm not convinced. I'm not. Who's their quarterback? Don't say why you talking about their quarterback. Look how they talked about Jalen Hurts. How you gonna be? You compare. I wish y'all would compare him to Jalen. Daniel Jones. I'm not dissing him. Having a great season, but we talking about going forward to be the team to represent them in the AFC. Because he led the Giants to the playoffs. Y'all remember that? Anybody remember that?
I
Okay, I'm
remember
just.
that.
Jonathan Taylor's was really the difference in that team. And Taylor's, he having a Saquon 2.0 season. He's having a season, ain't he? But one thing about Indianapolis and Philly is different. We didn't have to use Saquon. We did because it was working. So we didn't. We broke. Don't fix it. Taylor,
Right.
if he gets shut down, Daniel Jones, no receiver. Who you scared of on the receiving tip? Nah, man. Listen, what their team is benefiting off of is a good running game working, and they're able to use the offense over the defense. I'm saying these because we're talking about the Eagles because who's going to compete with them? Right now, Green Bay is their team. Detroit is a good team. I can't wait. Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh man. Me and Cool K talking about Amon St. Robert. He's on the hit list. Yo, he was talking mad crazy, man. So it's gonna be good to see. They got some good teams next. Okay, Buffalo, Detroit, some good like some test teams. Some test teams to let people know. We beat Minnesota. We went against good defenses. Philadelphia has proven it's been a real rough first half of the schedule. That's like a real hard schedule to mess with. And they came out 6-2. And then the
Right.
last game, 6-2, it's like, oh, is this what we got to face next? That's the same thing with the 10-game winning streak. Once
Yep.
they tore Cincinnati in, it was like, huh? Is this what we got to deal with? And that's what they had to deal with. I'm just saying, we about to see what happened. Nolan Smith is coming back. That defense, watch how the pass rush change. That's one guy. Watch how the pass rush change, y'all. I know we was talking about how the pass rush was, but a lot of people was out. Dean was out. Smith was out. These guys are coming back.
Right.
Some people are playing better. Makuba. Each game is getting better. Ringo, each game, he know he got to show improve. When you in a house full of dogs and you not showing up, you tend to stand out. So you want to do good. So Ringo came with a better game. Let's see how he does against the Packers. Because don't expect Carter Williams will get in, man. But remember, this is his first game. They're not gonna rush you with snaps. They didn't even let Jalen Carter start his first rookie season. They're
Right.
not gonna rush you in the game. So
Yep.
Eagles are back, man. It's good to have a team that knows how to talk amongst controversy. The AJ Brown stuff. Listen, that's my dog. He's an
Yep.
Eagle, but he need to shut his ass up. Let me say this again. That's my dog.
Mm-hmm.
He's an Eagle, but he need to shut his ass up.
Right.
I'm just saying. Listen, AJ, this is your squad. We winning. Why do you have to be? Why don't you just go to somebody on the sideline and say that? Say it in their face and keep it like that. It's just too much controversy among, what I mean, it's too much communication flooding the social media and flooding the media. They don't need to be there. You could just say it to them. You could just express yourself to the coaches. Everybody's vocal around each other. But I don't think it'll be a problem. If that's what anybody know. I think the Eagles know how to handle their situations in their house. I just feel like it's unnecessary stuff they're saying. You can tell that's Jalen's best friend. You know how best
Right.
friends talk to each other? They just be like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, yeah, I hear. Yeah, they go
It's
talk about it and boom, here come a touchdown. Um, it's gonna be a real big test for Philly because they gotta knock these teams off. They
right.
gotta prove people forgot. People were saying doubt. Some people were saying, "Oh, Philly this team," and then the next 2 games, Philly reminds you like, "What are y'all talking about? We just won the Super Bowl." Drake May is doing a good job. I'm very surprised with Cleveland, New England. He's doing a good job, but they're not going anywhere.
Yep.
There's a future team, but not going anywhere. The only team I'm worried about is I'm not worried about Buffalo because Buffalo, okay, Buffalo don't seem like they got the weapons to mess with it.
Right.
The Eagles are a different team, man. I say 4 quarters. You can't have people hurt against the Eagles. Once New York players start getting hurt, it started going downhill even more. You got to have your people. Philadelphia is a complete deep team. You got to have all your players and play 4 quarters.
Right.
Unless Philadelphia beat themselves. That's the other thing. New York Giants, they beat the shit out themselves. Beat the shit out themselves.
Yep.
And they recognized it and capitalized like a woo. So like I said, man, it's big trades. Like I Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips. Still look at Tariq Woolen. I mean, who do y'all want, Eagle fans? Who do y'all want? Who do y'all feel y'all want? Cool cat. This is man. Now I know you got something you want with this team to upgrade. What do you? The next hearing, who do you feel like you want?
For me, we already got a corner, but it wouldn't help to get a pass rush. I don't know who's in the market though. We'll talk about that next week. But whoever's available,
they got Chubb. They got Jalen Phillips. All of them have been popping up. Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb, and then also
I'll take Chubb. I'll take Chubb. If Chubb's available, I'll take Chubb. Whatever can help with the pass rush, because you're going to have Brandon Graham back. You're going to need some help for Jalen Carter. So whatever can help with the pass rush. But yeah.
Right. Yeah, Chubb guy. I said, I want him, and I wanted a Woolen because he's 6'4" too. But no, Chubb is a beast. Chubb had Chubb had 11 sacks last year. Chubb has 4 right now.
Right.
Jalen Phillips has 2. Yeah. So that would be a big upgrade. Bradley Chubb has been that guy since he got drafted. So that would be a big upgrade. You know what? Coming up in this game, right? Looking at this team.
Yep.
Talk about the defense. Talk about the offense. I want to ask you, as far as this team and where they're going, what do you think? Who you want to see more of?
I like what we've been doing this past game versus the New York Giants. That should be the game plan. Jalen freaking Hurts on the center, giving it to AJ and Smitty, but most importantly, run the ball. Because running the ball, you see what happened when we run the ball. We blew the fuck out of them Giants. Like Jalen freaking Hurts, Saquon, and the crew sat close to the 4th quarter, y'all. That's the game plan. Listen, I get it, throwing the ball. Now, it depends on what the defense is doing. You want us to throw the ball? We'll throw the ball. You saw it versus the Minnesota Vikings. You want us to run the ball? You saw it versus the Giants. Whatever the plan dictates with the Green Bay Packers, that's how we should do it. Now, my record is still 14-3. So if it's, I don't care. I hope it ain't, but it's like this. I got us winning Green Bay, winning the Lions, winning the Cowboys, winning the Bears and Chargers and Raiders, winning both times. So if it's Buffalo, we'll see. But I'm looking at this team, and my record is 14-3. But if this is the game plan going forward, that 15-2, the record that you're talking about, leader, keep an eye on it.
They got me on the horn where I'm not saying, okay, remember I was like, I say 13-4. Nah, I'm not thinking that. Man, the way they playing with 2 running backs, that's crazy right now. So yeah, I'm definitely, and one thing I'm gonna go with, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm predicting right now, and I'm sticking with 15-2. I just think they're gonna run it. We will see what happens, but that's why I'm rolling with it. But they're gonna make another trade. I'm telling y'all right now, so another big trade is gonna pop. At least one more trade is gonna pop up. I'm predicting Bradley Chubb and Phillips come, because that's all you've been hearing. You've been hearing their name a lot. They have been connected a lot. Dre Hendrickson and Max Crosby popped up, but more Trey Hendrickson than Crosby. But Trey Hendrickson, Cincinnati is kind of like denying that they even want to trade him. Max Crosby, I mean, you've been hearing some Cowboy rumors, but the package that came back for Crosby to the Cowboys, they didn't want, so that's been turned down.
Yep.
But you know the Eagles in there, but if Howie wants it, he will pull the trigger. Howie has
Yes,
all
he
the
will.
assets to do. The thing is, if does Howie like what he's getting back? Y'all thinking that they'll just throw something at Howie and he'll be like, no, Howie has to get the better end of the deal. Did y'all see how they go? Or that he has, at least at the time of the trade, it has to look like an up and up. Michael Carter II, Michael Carter II was the number one. He got paid the highest paid nickel corner. He's looking at cornerback. He goes for that. Whether he's good or not, you went for quality right there. You went for a point right there. Impact guy. He's been impact before. So that's what that is. So now I just think it's going to be Chubb and Phil. I think they want more pass rushers right now because they only went because they didn't go for a Tariq Woolen, but they still could. But I'm thinking like, listen, Bradley Chubb, at least Bradley Chubb. I think he'll come because he was Vic Fangio's defense. Him and Phillips both were there. So I think they both will end up being traded. You know, I think they both. Phillips was in the trade conversations way earlier. You know what I mean? A long time ago. You know, so Travon Walker is a sleeper. Defensive end, went to Georgia. We'll just see how that goes. But I never heard no name on him since earlier before the season started when he was talking about trade rumors. But Bradley Chubb is the one. I think one more guy, and I think Bradley Chubb could be it, but at least one more trade will be made.
Yep. Simple as that. But guys, listen, man, we out this mug, man. So we'll see you guys next week previewing the Green Bay Packers. For leader, for your boy, fly, Eagles, fly, go Birds, enjoy your bye week. Fly,